Hey, yo, Tommy. Yo, Tommy, get over here. Yo, Tommy, did you hear the news? Yeah, what's that, Polly? Yeah, Tommy, get over here. The boss made the call. Hey, wait, what do you mean the boss made the call? Tommy, listen. Stop being a fucking wise guy. The boss made the call today. Fucking Scottie. He's a made man now. You fucking... Hey, Jesus fucking Christ, are you serious? Tommy, fucking settle down, okay? We're in fucking public in here. Yeah, Scottie's made now. Scottie's a fucking made man. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. This is the most beautiful fucking day in the world. Hey, cannolis for everybody. Espressos and cannolis for everybody. It's a beautiful fucking day, isn't it? Hey, welcome everybody to the Sports Ethos Toronto Raptor Podcast. I'm your host, Hoopo, and we got the Toronto boys in here today. We got A.Rod and Max P, all three of us. And today was a big day in Toronto land. Spurs took a heater. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. What's up, boys?
What's up, baby?
Yeah.
What's up, A.Rod?
Yeah.
What's up, Max?
Now that was a game, boys. That was a game. We do have a... He's a made man. He's a made man now, isn't he, A.Rod?
He's a made man.
This guy over here. It's funny, too, because I was sitting there. I've been watching the Gotti documentary on Netflix. By the way, if you haven't started that one, you better go start that one.
Yeah. One of my favorite gangsters of all time.
John Gotti, for sure. Teflon Don. What? Forget about it. This guy. But let's get right into it. We got 30 minutes. That was a big game, boys. First of all, the Raptors. The Raptors came into San Antonio. Expectations going into this game, I would have to say, weren't that high, to be honest. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pass it along. A.Rod, I want you to give right now your first impression, because this is pretty fresh. The game pretty much just ended. What did you see, and what do you come out of that game with? Some positives, some negatives. Let's hear it.
Okay, just right off the top.
Right off top.
You came for Wemby. You stayed for Scottie. That's number one. Number two, this team is terrible. If Scottie Barnes is not going superhuman, he's looking like Ace Rothstein out there, just busting everything. Without him, that offense is a crater. Yeah. These guys have no idea what they're doing. And last but not least, number 2.5 or number 3, Pascal Siakam. Why are you trying to sabotage this team, man? Every game, bro. And then you have that same Nick Nurse look on your face like you never did nothing wrong.
That foul at the end of the game where he chopped the guy.
Oh, man.
Shots fired.
That stupid look. Yeah, we were talking about that before you came in, Max. That stupid look. Like Nick Nurse has a stupid look. Pascal has that stupid look.
Pascal still has that DNA in him, man.
That stupid look DNA. Yeah. Well, what about you, Max? Like, what were your first impressions right away? Your fresh impressions coming out of that game.
My first impressions were, Wembanyama's not playing with nobody. We have a way better roster than them, and it started to show. There was a point in the game when Scottie Barnes was shooting a free throw, and Dennis Schroeder is giving him the business. He's cussing him out. He's just sitting there waiting. He's standing there waiting for the ref to give him the ball, so he just got to stand there and listen. And I watched this. I think I was in the third quarter. And after that, Barnes was he had a play where he was down low and he dumped the ball instead of some kind of cute.
Oh, yeah, that was a big play.
When I seen that, I was like, oh, it's on.
Yeah, two hands on him.
Yep. And you've seen it. He's a main guy. You're connected. Hey.
It's true. That's how I felt today. Because if you look at it, it's like, honestly, you look at it like a mob thing, right? You look at it like this guy's been a street soldier for 2 years now. He's coming up. They're watching. He's making a lot of money. He's got a lot of money on the ticket. Yeah. He's in the union now. He's got his hands in here. He's got his hands in there. The carpenters union, this and that. Oh, he's getting all the pockets. sucking dick is. He's part of the city now. This guy garbage disposal, and then boom,
Boom.
boom. Boss makes the call. Siakam, number one. Oh, no. You're down to underboss now. You're an underboss now. That's what you are now.
Guy from Oklahoma, man. Like,
Damn.
Yeah, Siakam needs to get patted down every time you have a conversation with him now, you know?
He's a rat.
One of those extra tight hugs, like, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you better let's go dust this room now that you're in here, huh?
Yep.
I heard. Yeah, it's true. I think we got a rat in the room. But
It's funny because I was talking to my boy during the game, and he was just trolling, but he's like, Scottie Barnes is the best player on the court. And I just took it like 100 million bajillion % he is right now.
Mm-hmm.
In like 2-3 years, but today, oh boy, this man just took over. Especially that last sequence in the fourth quarter. He blew by and dunked, and then the next time he came down, he was like, "Oh yeah, I don't have to drive in. I'll take the 3 right in your face."
Bro, that ballsy 3, that
step back 3 off the
dribble.
Yeah.
What the?
Like,
and the balls. That's what I'm saying, man. They had so much balls.
Meme where Stan's dad has his balls in the cart. That's basically Scottie Barnes right there, man.
Well, not to throw salt on an open wound on a rat, but Pascal's line. I should stop calling him a rat. I'm not going to do that. But Pascal really did have a rough game, you know, with that stupid look. But he had 8 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. So basically, it was just you wipe them away from this game, okay? So let's look at the other positives. OG Anunoby, even though he's out of shape right now. I'm going to keep saying that, but he's getting his reps in right now. 24.7 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. At the start of the game, I was like, this guy is got the rollerblades on again. But then he just started hitting those threes, and he got a corner 3. And then I feel like every time he shot the ball, it was going in. What did you guys see with OG tonight?
Great shooting.
Yeah.
Nothing more to it. I don't know. I think he played well defensively, especially when they started turning up the heat. But
he did.
It's just he made the shots when he needed to, man.
Yeah. And you know who looked? You know who? Yeah. Keep going. Sorry, Max. Go.
I like how OG he showed his that calmness that he has, that level head. Remember that speech that Leonardo DiCaprio did in The Departed where he was talking about keeping his hand steady, even though he's scared?
Yes.
That's OG Anunoby. When shit was a little shaky, he was kind of like before Barnes really stepped it up, he was being energetic. But before he turned into a monster, I felt like OG was sort of keeping everybody level-headed, you know?
That's a good way to put it.
To go to your point, Max, about being steady, the last play of the game in regulation, when we got the board, Osman hit it out of his hands because everybody was just going all chaotic, and OG was just right there in the mix, like, hey, I'll just pick up the ball, do a little push shot in, and here we go.
There was two guys that were mentioned. I believe it was last episode that I mentioned was Otto Porter Jr. and Malachi Flynn. Otto hit a big three, and that was what I mentioned before. That steadiness of a vet is what we need. And I'm not looking for you to make 20 points. I'm not looking for you to even get 15 points. But if you can hit a big shot, settle us down like you're saying, Max, like what OG did, and Malachi looked like again another game sustaining legitimate backup point guard status. In my mind, he's able to hold it down for the time being, and he looks steady out there. I don't know if you boys saw that too, but I was quite happy to see Malachi filling in those backup minutes.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump on the other side of things. This was not my first time checking Victor Too Tall. That's what they'd probably call him in the coffee shop. Look at this guy, Victor Too Tall. How do you say his last name? Victor Whamajama? I don't even know.
Very nice name. I like that name.
Yeah, Vicky Too Tall over here. Vicky Too Tall had 20 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. And to be honest, I think he had like 9 blocks. How many blocks?
Oh, it's crazy.
It was at least 5.
The block he did where he just took the ball.
Yeah. 5.
That was wow, right?
The way he moves for however tall he is, 7 foot. What is he? 7'5"?
Yeah.
The way he dribbles and moves is unbelievable, and he just shoots over his defender with ease.
Can we also talk about a play that won't show up on the box score, but was actually crazy just to
What?
watch? It shows you how special this guy was.
Break it down.
When he picked up Schroeder full court. And
Wow! I forgot about that. Holy shit! He was moving.
He was moving with it. This is nuts, man. For a guy that big to pick up a guard and move with him.
The lateral movement he had on that, oh my God.
It's sickening. It's sickening, man. That guy is special. He is special, man.
He is very special. And so speaking of lateral movement, I'll go back to Vicky too tall, but Otto Porter's lateral movement is gone, cooked. Do you see that?
I mean,
zero. He has zero lateral movement. But anyways,
Wow.
Vicky Tulang, like I said, beautiful. I wasn't. Besides the blocks, he didn't blow me away this game. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know what I was expecting. I don't know if I was expecting him to jump out of the building or whatever. But he was nice. He was nice.
He gets a lot of hype, and
he gets a lot of hype.
Man.
I try to back off of all the expectations, you know.
You know what the problem is though with the hype? The hype is very it's very manufactured into scoring and offense. It's not manufactured into what he can do as a basketball player, being that tall and as an athlete. Like if you see the end of the game too, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had a couple of like crazy corner passes.
Oh, he just goes like this,
and he whipped it. Like you do not see that from a lot of guys in the league. Like mostly you'll see that from Jokic, LeBron, Doncic. Like you'll see that from those type of guys that are playmakers. This guy
I noticed that
at 7 and 5. Like it's ridiculous, man. And just the amount of times he alters shots just by being there. And then you top that off with him going, stride for stride with a guard. There's a lot of things there that's just
It's true.
And you're just kind of like blown away and you don't really know what to think. But if they market it the way they do, it's just more like, oh, he's going to shoot threes, he's going to dunk. It's like, of course he can, and he'll get better as time goes on. But right now it's just not all there, like consistently on a night to night.
It's going to get even more hype. Though,
oh, yeah.
And I don't know how this kid's going to deal with it, because I was watching this game. I swear to you. I started thinking of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar watching this kid.
Wow, I know.
I started thinking of Pimp George Gervin. Remember how Gervin used to play?
Iceman.
I started thinking of him, and I was like, bro, like, where did this guy come from? He looks like Kevin Durant sometimes out there.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, he's almost too much because he does do everything. He runs. He has a feel for the game. He's confident. I mean, how old is he? 19?
He's 19. But he hasn't done it yet, He has to disappoint us.
Right now, he's reminding me a lot of KG with the shot selection, man.
Ooh, okay.
His shot is like KG.
Because you remember, like, when KG first came in and he started shooting those mid-ranges and the long mid-range, like, nobody could ever touch him because of the release point. Mm-hmm. It's reminding me a lot of that. It's like that.
Oh, this is even more. This is even more, yeah. Well, you have Victor, obviously, he's the boss of bosses in San Antonio. And to keep on this theme of where we're at right now, I think the underboss on that team, though, is a very quiet Zach Collins. I don't know, this guy, Zach Collins, every time Vic would miss a shot or slip a little bit, he had his back the entire way. It was like he was his number one soldier. He just and he's cleaning up everything, cleaning. And then if when on 1-on-1 too, the guy can hold it down. He's strong. He looked good. I was really impressed.
I recognize, like, they're all like, who's that guy? Except for the Collins guy. It's the only guy I've seen before.
Yeah, he's nice.
I mean, Spurs were missing Devin Vassell,
which is huge.
Keldon Johnson was playing very well.
Yeah, Johnson played well.
Malachi Brannaman, he's good too. For a backup guard.
Keldon Johnson's just a hired gunner, isn't he? He's just a shooter, straight shooter.
He can shoot and he can play. He's adjusted a lot of his game. Since his time at Kentucky.
And then Dougie McBuckets out here. Every time we play him, the last 15 feels like every 20 years, this guy just gets buckets every single time. When he was on Chicago, it's just this guy just can't miss still when he plays.
He's one of those. Oh, he's still in the league? Okay.
Oh, there he is. Smack. right on top of you. But the Sohan, we got Popovich experimenting with the Sohan at point guard. What'd you boys think of that? Seeing him run the point. What would you
I don't
think?
think he's great for it full time. I do think if you're in a pinch and you need somebody else to bring up the ball up the floor as an additional ball handler and maybe a pseudo kind of playmaker, he's good with it. But full time, no, because I find that he picks up his dribble way too early. He gets in bad positions. Like he's more apt to do turnovers than somebody that's used to playing that role out, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I wouldn't think he's a great full time point guard, but like I said, if you need somebody else, then it's great.
Popovich did say this is a long-term experiment, so don't know how long this is going to last. You got Trey Jones on the bench, who's legitimate point guard, could be a starting point guard on quite a bit of other teams, and you have Devin Vassell. Is Devin Vassell a point guard or a shooting guard? He's shooting guard.
From Memphis?
No, that's Tyus Jones.
Yeah, that's his brother. This is the more underappreciated, not really a starter brother.
The Spurs got some real underground players. Like,
they do, don't they? They do. So Raptors, I don't know if you want to finish up on this game. I just, like I said, Scottie Barnes is a made man now. He just, if they didn't give him the keys, he took them. He took them tonight.
It's frustrating that Siakam looked like he was in the way. But yeah, other than that, like I felt like we're starting to get back on track. We're getting our mojo, But Siakam being in the way, I mean, that's a wrench. He's a wrench in the machine,
Yeah, he is. He's like bed bugs.
I don't know. For me, I'm a little bit more pessimistic about this team. I really see that it's going to be a long and up and down season. And watching the offense is very hard to watch when Barnes isn't, being
when he's not
guy.
out there, man. It was
because
tough.
They're trying to do a lot of passing around the perimeter. They're also trying to get everybody involved and everybody touches. But one thing I did notice about this team that just it's a real killer is they do not have a guy that's able to break down a zone or break down a defense, like drive and kick. Without Barnes, this team is just rough.
You're right. Dennis, you would think might be able to do that, but he doesn't.
Yeah, when I was watching the game, I was thinking our guards are all right, but we need better guard play. There's like hundreds of guards out here. We need better guard play.
Yeah.
I also think, this was a good showcase game for the Raps because San Antonio is clearly a younger team. I think a vet team wouldn't have coughed up the lead like this. And then also some of the play calls these guys did at the end, it was basically asking the Raptors to win.
Yeah. You're right too, A-Rod. I do agree with you because the first three quarters, they were down by 19 and a half. This was the big something like
at one point.
And this was the biggest, what was it? The biggest comeback away in history of the Raps
I don't even
today.
know
I don't know. Don't quote, I think so because I think I heard Devlin say that at the end of the game.
Devlin was saying some crazy shit on this broadcast. I can also talk about that super quick. Because
please.
At one point, when San Antonio had the timeout and there was only 1.2 seconds left at the end of the game, he was like, well, this is where you drop a play for Wembanyama, you think, just to catch and shoot. And it's like, okay, that's an educated comment. And then his next comment following that was, see, a lot of guys, don't really understand like what Zach Edey would be like in this situation. Edey would also be a very useful guy for situations like this. And I'm like, how do you go from Wembanyama to Zach Edey? He's talking about Zach Edey on the Canadian team. Like
he's losing it.
Like what are you talking about?
Well, you know what that is.
Doesn't have close to the same skill set, man. Mobility, like.
I mean, no disrespect by this, but I find that the dynamic between Alvin Williams and Devlin
is awkward.
Really awkward, and it throws Devlin off because Devlin is a true professional when it comes to
about 4 or 5 like sort of phrases Alvin Williams had there.
Yeah, he said points in the paint. He said
weird. That sounded
paint.
Forced.
Paint in the points. He said, that's paint in the points. I don't know. But Devlin tries his best.
Sound like he's being real, like natural himself.
No, he's not there yet.
I don't get it. Like, who are you trying to be? Who are you trying to act like? Who are you trying to impress?
Take your time, man. Yeah, he's not fully comfortable. Like when you throw Jack in there, then it's game on, and you can tell Devlin relaxes too. But Devlin has to hold Alvin up and like keep him, it's tough.
Calvin just seems, I don't know, like he just seems like he's not being just, free.
Yeah.
No, it's hard for us to say that though, because like you're doing a broadcast, and there's only two of you. I mean, it would take me a while too. You know what I mean? But and
Maybe he's afraid of cursing. Maybe he's afraid of cursing or saying something like,
yeah.
controversial.
Hey, that could be it. You never know. Some guys, it gets in their head.
Yeah, what? I just don't fuck up. Don't say anything. Yeah, just don't. He plays in his own head every single night.
I was watching, and as soon as he mentioned Zach Edey, I started to cringe inside, man. I couldn't believe this. I was comparing him to Wembanyama, man. Like, this is madness.
All right. So what we're doing now, every time Raptors win, is who do you give the game ball to? Now, the obvious is Scottie.
Come on, man.
The obvious is Scottie, especially with the made. He's a made man today. But let's try not to give it to the obvious every time they win. Let's try to give it to that the underboss. Like who is in the trenches? Who is in the trenches, and who did you notice? The B side of the tape. So Max, let's start with you. Who do you give the game ball to?
I'll give
the grimy game ball to.
The grimy game ball.
Yeah.
The grimy game ball. I have to give that to OG Anunoby.
There it is.
Because of how A-Rod broke down, how he was so calm in all that scuffle, and such a scrambly panic type of moment in the game. Not OG,
Yeah, A-Rod, what about you? So we got OG.
Double up and go with Max, man. I'm gonna go with OG as well too, man.
Yeah. I
just feel like what Max said is just perfectly encapsulates exactly what we're trying to get at with OG. Steady.
You know who I'm going to give it to? I'm going to give it to somebody who's been playing like the absolute inside of a prison asshole, and it was Gary Trent. Because Gary, he still didn't have a good game. I'm not trying to say he had a good game, but what he did do is he hit a big shot at the end there when we needed it. I can't remember exactly when it was. It was the end of but he did make a shot that we needed, and he kept his head up and he was playing hard. He could just pack it all in because he's had an absolutely terrible season. He's shooting terribly, shot terribly tonight again too. But I did see a bit of an increase in his confidence, and so I hope he grows off of this and he can ride off of this. So we got OG, and Gary Trent Jr.
Yes.
All right. So let's look ahead here. Raptors are in Dallas coming up. And
it's a Texas run, huh?
Yeah, this is the purple train, the slow it down DJ Screw train. Yeah. So start here with that purple drank going into Dallas. What are you looking forward to, and what do you see happening in Dallas, Max? What are you looking forward to seeing in Dallas? I should ask.
I hope Luka doesn't do one of those. I'm gonna get 50 tonight. I hope he doesn't do one of those on us. He likes to drop 50 whenever he feels like it. Sometimes. And Dallas is very, very beatable. They seem like the team seems a mess. I watch Dallas and I don't know what's going on. What are they trying to do? What are they trying to be? It's still very weird. And Jason Kidd wasn't coaching the last game I watched. I don't even know. Then nobody even explained why he wasn't there.
Well, he was at the bar. He was probably at the bar. probably at the bar playing darts.
So Dallas,
forgot he had a game. This guy.
Dallas, I feel like is a win. We're on our way this way, and they're still running around. So that should be a win. I'm looking at it like we need to win that game.
I agree. A-Rod?
I don't know if we have the firepower to match up with these guys. My thing that I do want to see out of the Raptors when we're looking at positives is let's exploit Dallas's interior defense. They have no rim protection. A lot of people are saying Derek Lively is the answer. Derek Lively blocks shots. He was good for a good stretch at the back end of the college season. So far in the NBA, not excellent. He's just a good rim runner for Luka and Kyrie to give it up to, right? Get inside on these guys. Do as much screen and roll as you can. Have Jakob, have OG, have Pascal. Get in there, lay it up, man. Stop with all these shooting these threes, man. Just get in the paint, bruise these guys up. That's all I want to see.
I agree with you. And actually, you stole my point. You swiped it from me, Derek Lively the second. I'm looking forward to actually seeing him because I've seen a couple of his games, and he's definitely a perfect piece for that team. But I do think that the perfect piece could get fucked up by Jason Kidd. So hopefully Jason Kidd, Coach Kidd, remembers he's got a game for one. And second, I hope he keeps his hands down if his wife says anything bad to him before the game.
Oh, man.
Yeah, whoa, wise guy over here. Whoa, hey. Okay, let me just fix this up. No, I'm looking forward to, hey, I don't know if Kyrie and Luka have even played more than 2 games in a row yet this season together. I don't think they have.
Such a weird, awkward Alvin Williams type of situation.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's a good way to put it. We'll call it an Alvin Williams situation. Yeah, I do want to see those two. I have no ill will towards, a lot of people. They really hate on Kyrie. You know what? The guy, no, not one single human being is the exact same as another. And we can't sit here and judge another human being for what they believe in, what they do in their day, outside of their job. So, you know what? The guy's a damn good basketball player. And I'd like to see it work with those two. But honestly, I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't think this is going to come to fruition. What do you guys think, like this combo between these two?
I hated the initial trade because they gave up Finney Smith, who I think was a big part of their roster last year. Yep. And he was the only one willing to play defense and rebound and do it for 40 minutes, right? Mm-hmm. But with that being said, this offseason they signed Grant Williams, and I'm a big Grant Williams fan. Because Grant Williams does do that dirty work, and he can shoot a hell of a lot better than Finney Smith. So Finney Smith used to get about 5, 6, 7 open threes a game, and this guy would hit only 2. Grant Williams can shoot a lot better than Finney Smith. So
yes, he can.
We'll see how this goes.
Yeah. All right, let's go around the NBA now. Let's do a little league trotting. So what caught your eye the past week, or what are you looking forward to besides the Raptors, besides the Dallas game?
Caught my eye. You talking about those courts during the play-in tournament?
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Gracious. Caught my eye.
Some people are in the hospital. Some people went blind because of that. They're like, what happened to my eyes, Joker? I can't see anymore. I was watching the Golden State game and my eyes went crazy. Yeah, no, you're not the first one I've heard say that it was a little much.
A little much, man. The Milwaukee Bucks was nice, like just something in the middle of the court, but a dark blue court with a yellow stripe going through the middle.
Yeah. That killed me, man. I thought I was watching YTV for a minute. I had to check the TV, man.
With Sugar. Yeah, Sugar and Carlos. What do you what's caught your eye, or what you looking forward to around the league, A.Rod?
Halliburton yesterday.
Man,
at 43. Okay. That was crazy because the third quarter he went ballistic. But also, man, he has that hero ball syndrome in him at the end there. He thought he could lift, square up on LaMelo. LaMelo said, no, not today, man.
I'm suspicious of someone like Halliburton. I feel like he's just trying to make the All-Star game.
He's the best point guard in the league. I'm making that call. I think he's the best point guard in the league.
But has he really played a full season and impressed you the whole way through?
No, but
these are the questions.
So, the NBA, you got guys that are check collectors. I know because I played the NBA. I know I would have been one of these guys. So I spotted right away.
Back your jersey, Max Profit.
He's thinking about the Ferrari. He's got 2 broke.
Oh no! What the Tyrese? Are you talking about Tyrese Halliburton right now? Come on, no. Come on. That's a LaMelo Ball. That sounds like LaMelo Ball to me.
He is nice, but I'm still watching that guy.
Who? LaMelo or?
I'm not sure. It's really nice,
Yeah. I'm looking on my side. I want to see Scoot. I want to see Scoot figure it out. I really want to see Scoot figure it out because I think he's got more heart than he has. I think he just has a huge heart. I can see it.
Yeah,
I don't think it's. Yeah, he's a pure gamer, and I feel bad for him because I think Max, we spoke about this. Being a rookie point guard, that's the hardest position to come into the league, especially not on a bad team. So I really hope he gets it together, heals up this ankle, and can come out and really just settle down, get his confidence, and just start playing again. Because I think he's been pushing a little bit too much, and just let his heart go out there and play. But man, that's what I got. But boys, that flew by like that. Scottie Barnes is a made man, boys.
Yes, yes, sir. You're connected.
Today's the day, so mark it down in your calendars, ladies and gentlemen. 11/5/2023, 9:15 p.m. Scottie Barnes is a made man. Scottie Barnes is a made man. It's beautiful. Get your Italian wedding soup. It's a celebration. Delicious cannolis, olive oil, and bread. It's a beautiful day, you motherfuckers. All right, you stupid sons of bitches. God damn it, I'm so fucking happy. You have no idea. I feel like, what's that guy from New York, the redhead who's always talking shit, who made the Tribe Called Quest documentary? What's his name?
Forgot his name.
From Higher Learning, the movie.
Yeah, Higher Learning. Everybody calls him Remy. But
it's Remy. Michael Rappaport. I feel like I'm Michael Rappaport right now. I gotta stop. Because anyways, boys. After the next game, let's meet again, the Toronto boys, okay? That was a lot of fun. Let's talk soon. And that was another beautiful Sports Ethos Toronto Raptor podcast. And wherever you listen to your podcast, whether it's Spotify or Apple Podcasts, hit subscribe and like. And speaking of which, every single episode is now on YouTube, so you can put a face to the voice. It's a beautiful day, you motherfuckers.